is out of the frame.
Yeah, he's got a pretty head. Wait, what? He's what?
His head is out of frame.
What's going on, guys? You're on the bridge, and we got a very special guest today, Mr. Mark Lane. He's an area representative for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Man, it's good to have you here.
Man, it's good to be here.
Now, Mark and I have known each other for quite some time. Class of '03. That was back when DMX and Britney Spears reigned supreme, right? Remember that?
Yeah, Limp Bizkit was on my
Limp Bizkit.
iPad.
We had iPods then?
Maybe.
I had a Discman or something like that, but it would skip. I had to like
Yeah, you
turn on the
run with it.
anti-skip. But you kids, you Snapchat kids don't know anything about that. But anyways, Mark is also a football player. How do I know that?
My memory brings us back to 1997 as we were gridiron gang members on the Lee County Middle School Trojans.
Mind you, this is the first and only year I played football. I was about $125 in weight. I was lean and mean, man. So what happened? What happened in practice that day, Mark?
Well, if some of you don't know, there's a drill called Oklahoma. And a lot of times it can be different ways, but a lot of times you start on front of your back, one person has the ball, one person doesn't. Coach blows the whistle, you spin over, and the guy with the ball obviously does not want to get tackled, and the other guy wants to.
So I was supposed to run through Mark.
Get you some.
Not really run through, it was more of a, as Coach would put it, John, I want you to go half speed, Mark, go full speed.
Appreciate that, Coach. Why? He told me to go half speed.
Well, he knew that you were lean, mean.
Right.
And
he thought I was going to hurt Mark, but
Play along.
you know.
And I wasn't lean or mean back then.
Yeah, so all I remember, Mark, I don't remember much, obviously, but I was juking. When I got up with the ball, I was doing some jukes that I thought were like Sega Genesis, Madden 95 jukes.
Yeah, techno ball.
And it didn't work out too good. What happened in the drill? I can't remember what happened.
Well, I made the tackle, and I believe we started trying to peel you up off the ground as you gasped for air.
I thought I got up on my own.
You can say you got up if you want to. It might have been more of an assisted pull.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, that'll work.
This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just, oh my God!
So Mark, area representative for Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, been on staff for over a year in October, and we are considered the coach's coach. I go around, I have a relationship with coaches in middle school, high school, and colleges locally, and we are going to mentor, build those relationships with coaches, with athletes, with students. And since we're a club, if you're familiar with FCA, we have club days. We meet in the mornings, during lunch, in the afternoons. So we have no problem with any of the administration. And so we go in there and just really try to love on the coaches. You know, the coaches, for us, had an influence,
Right,
positive
huge.
and negative. Well, who's influencing the coaches?
Right, which I think a lot of people, I know that myself, even being involved in FCA in high school and just seeing, you know, the spread of FCA even after high school. You know, I think a lot of people assume that it's just the students that you guys are mentoring.
The students are a byproduct. If you look at the FCA, we have 4 C's. We have coaches, campus, camp, and community. So imagine the coaches being the pond and you
Right.
throw a rock and it's a ripple effect that trickles down from there.
Right.
And so that's what we try to focus on and basically building those relationships, loving on them, and ultimately spreading the word and the gospel of Jesus Christ to them.
Let's talk about mentorship though. Just from a mentorship level, how important is that?
I think it's hugely impactful. Research will tell you that 88% of these kids in this area, I'm talking out, so like within a couple mile radius of this very location, don't have a relationship, they don't have transportation. We try to do events, but we have to talk to the administration or talk to athletic directors in order to get transportation, buses, kids to and from. It's tough. So we are
So a lot of
going
these kids
to them.
don't have a way to get there.
No. So we're going to them. We're
Wow.
meeting them at the schools.
And you know, the holiday season's right around the corner.
Yeah.
You know, we're in December now, and really excited about that. I eat a lot. I know I'm slim and trim and all that good stuff.
used to
Got
be
a lot of
slim.
muscles. I hide them really well. But
They're padded, is what I think.
they are padded. I
They are
have some
padded.
good padded muscles. But you know, a lot of these kids and families, you know, they don't experience the holidays like I do. They just
Unfortunately, for a lot of kids, for a lot of families in and around this area, there's not a Merry Christmas. I've seen just from the schools that I'm in here in Dougherty County, in order for me to bring donuts or me to bring breakfast to a gathering or to a Bible study, is huge for them. We all understand what the wonderful feeling of a warm Krispy Kreme donut when the hot sign's on. But when I take
Best marketing you can do right there.
When I
Hot
take-
donuts, red letters.
10 or 12 dozen and they show up, they love it, you know, then I had the platform and the ability to love on them, to share the Word of God with them, to mentor them. I mean, because they need it, you know, and the coaches, they're doing everything they can. I know coaches here in town who won't get home till 10 o'clock at night because they're the ones picking the kids up from home, taking them back home, and then they're going home, you know, so they have their CDL, they're driving these kids around, they're making sure that they're home, make sure that on the way to the house they're doing, they're doing schoolwork or they're doing homework on the bus. You know, we see on the news now the impact that coaches can have. We see the impact that athletes can have.
Right.
And so that's what I'm trying to do. That's what FCA does, is love on them to change the next generation.
Change the next generation.
Changing the culture. As you said, this is a Christmas holiday season. The culture is always, as far as I'm concerned, a receiving culture, but we're trying to do it as a giving culture.
Love it.
You know, Christmas, that's what we celebrate, is the birth of Jesus Christ. He gave.
Right.
And so we give. I give. You know, we have camps where we do full sponsorships and scholarships so kids can attend. You know, from
Because otherwise, most of them wouldn't be able to, right?
No, not at all.
Right.
At all.
Wouldn't even be able to experience that.
No. And so we try to do local camps, and, you know, because kids can't travel to Georgia Southern or to North Georgia or to West Georgia. So we bring the camp here.
So how is this funded?
Well,
all these things that you're doing, Mark. I mean, you're traveling, you're working, you're going to this school, that school. You say you serve how many counties?
12 counties.
So how is this funded?
We are funded based on the love of others. Think of it as a missionary. When you think about missionary, they're like, oh, they're going across the ocean, they're going to third world countries. Well, in order to do that, they go around asking for support. They raise their own support. So when I look at my budget, I have my operational budget, which is I get kids Bibles, books, clothing, tablets, whatever.
I didn't even realize that.
Right.
I didn't know any of that budget went into that.
And so
directly
then we have
towards
my
the kids.
personal budget. So I have my salary, but I also have, if I want to buy a kid a Bible, I buy him a Bible.
Right. And I love how transparent you were about that. You said, I have my salary. You know, a lot of times I've seen with nonprofits, that part of it is left out of the conversations a lot of times. I love the transparency there because that's needed. You know, you need funding to be able to do what you do.
It is, definitely. And it was a call that was not taken lightly because I came from a physical therapy background, working, getting a salaried position, making money, to having to...
If you broke my knee in 8th grade, you could have helped me.
I could have rehabbed you.
Right.
I can break it now and still do the same thing.
Right. Okay. We may try that one of these days.
But so the overall is that the money stays local. So when people give, it's not like it's going to a big corporate account and our home office is in Kansas City. No, it's given and it stays right here. For instance, this past summer we had a 7-on-7 football camp here local. Well, one team barely could pay for, they had a team of 60, they could barely pay for 20 kids to come.
Wow.
So FCA, myself, operational budget picked up the other 40.
There you go.
And when they showed up, they got a T-shirt, a Bible, and a lanyard, and a lunch. We provided all that for them.
And you got to build relationships with these kids.
Yeah, and the coaches.
And the coaches.
We brought in a Albany native, Derek Moore, played professional football, and he loved on these kids only as they can be loved on,
Right.
or as they feel love, or as they seek love.
Right.
And he met him. He's like, "Look, I was you, I am you." And he came on. It was awesome. We had it at Albany High at Hugh Mills. We had 6 teams come in and compete all day.
Wow.
But my thing is, I look at it maybe not came out on the positive side of revenue,
Right.
but out of those 40 kids that I sponsored, 20 of them now have a relationship with Christ.
Right.
And no money value or financial value can put a price on that.
Right. That's right. Man, it's been great having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I know a lot more about Fellowship of Christian Athletes than I did before, and I hope you guys do as well. One more thing.
Yes.
Could I challenge you maybe to another?
Absolutely.
I can't remember what it was called.
Oklahoma drill. Let's go.
Right here on the floor?
Yeah, I'll lay on my back, you lay on yours. Let's go.
Hold on. I think I have a meeting I got to get to, but
I don't. Let's go.
hey, we'll see you next time on the bridge.